Hey guys, Disler Magic here, and I hate the Commander products. I hate everything about them. I think as products for what you get and the price and how popular they are, they're technically a good product, but I hate them. What Wizards has done to the game of Commander is ridiculous. Now, they did popularize it and make it like a formal format, sort of, but still, it was a casual, who cares, non-competitive, fun, usually multiplayer format. They turned it into, here's some overpowered crap, buy it, we like money. And the whole idea of, oh, the commander's amazing, but maybe you don't like the rest of the deck and you want to build your own deck. Great, you still have to buy the whole deck. Now, I know Wizards doesn't really sell singles, although they do, it's called From the Vault. I don't know, it's like, people are going to buy thousands of these and rip them apart, and then no matter what, they are going to get screwed over, because only usually 2 out of the 5 are worth any kind of money. So, in that respect, I would say it's a bad product, but at least they're furthering the game type. They're like, here's a commander, here's cards that literally use the term command zone. The problem is they're usually overpowered as all hell. So I looked and looked and looked and looked and looked and looked and looked, and I have no idea who the 5 commanders are. No idea whatsoever. Nobody is specifying this is the front card, this is the foil one, this is the commander. So I guess I'll just do the next best thing and name every single mythic, rarity, legendary, and what the hell, I'll throw some rares in too, because, if it's legendary and it's in the deck, you could just pick it up and make it your commander. You could build a whole nother deck off of it. And usually at that point, if it's not the front commander, it's not worth quite as much money. So pretty sweet deal there. So first, a Robo Roar of the World. It is only 2 color, so, whatever. But I like to keep my commander decks to 2 color just so that the mana base and land base doesn't get completely out of control. I mean price-wise, but also complication-wise. And it has Eminence, which is at the beginning of combat in your turn, if a Robo Roar of the Wild is in the command zone or on the battlefield, another target cat you control gets +3/+3 until end of turn. So in other words, they turned it into Plane Chase. I hate Eminence. One of the cards that had Eminence from quite a while ago was actually Commander is banned from 1v1. Or something like that. I don't know, it's banned from one format of Commander and not the other, and I didn't even know there were 2. I just remember hearing that, and I thought it was hilarious, because Wizards is like, here, have this, and then the people who run the ban list are like, haha, no. Unless, of course, it was Wizards, because it was the 1v1 format, I think. I have no idea, and I don't care. But Eminence is just stupid. It's like, why did they even say if it's in the command zone or the battlefield? Well, I guess if somebody bounced it back to your hand, and I believe you can say, okay, go back to hand, then it wouldn't qualify. But in other words, you're playing Plane Chase. Oh, look, here's a field spell. You get it for the rest of the game. Yay! It's like a ley line or something, or like an emblem. It's just stupid. It's just absolutely dumb. Plus, that particular effect, it's a little OP, but I don't know, hard to say. I mean, if you had a cat with haste that costs 1, you could just run them over for 4 damage on turn 1. I'm not sure that exists, but it's just an example. And then there's the double strike cat already, so that's insane. The one from Hour of Devastation. It's just stupid. I just don't like anything about Eminence. By the way, I'm going to take a wild guess that that's the commander from the deck because it has Eminence. I thought all the decks were supposed to be 5 color though. I haven't been following this because I honestly just don't give a crap. What amazing motivation I'm giving to watch the rest of the video. Whenever another cat you control attacks, you may pay 3. If you do, it gains trample because double strike wasn't enough. I mean, I'm not saying it gets double strike. It's just, there's a lot of cats with double strike. And it also gets +X/+X until end of turn where X is its power. What the hell is this card? What is this card? Why is this a thing? Why did they print this? This is just stupid. This is utterly ridiculously stupidly overpowered. I mean, that stupid adorned pouncer thing, I mean, what does it cost, like 2? You could win the game with it. Like, what the hell? I know this would have to actually be on the field to get that second part, but you would +3/+3 it, and then double its power after that, and then give it trample and it has double strike. That's ridiculous. Anyway, enough about this stupid cat. Next up, we've got another stupid cat. Balan, or who the hell knows? Wandering Knight. He has first strike, he's a 3/3, and why not? Why the hell not? Give him double strike. He has double strike as long as 2 or more equipment are attached to him. Well, that's a bit of a long shot, but in that case, you could single swing with that commander out and win the game with him personally. Wonderful. He also has a 2-cost ability. This is neat. I think it's overpowered, but I like the idea of it. Attach all equipment you control to him. Just Magneto. Boom. Or I should say Iron Man. That's more probably close. That's kind of cool, but he'd probably have +5 and then double his power and then give him +3 and trample and double strike. I mean, what the hell is this deck? Next up, some kind of stuck-up rich guy with too many servants who's so pale he makes me look Latino by comparison, Edgar Markov. I keep wanting to say Makarov, but I think that's like Modern Warfare 3 or Rainbow Six Vegas or something. Oh, look, he has Eminence. Wonderful. I'm going to take a wild guess he's the commander. So he's a 4/4 that costs 5. Oh, I'm sure it'll be fair, right? Whenever you cast another vampire spell, if Edgar whatever is in the command zone or on the battlefield, create a 1/1 black vampire creature token. That's not that bad. Doesn't even have lifelink, unlike that other card that's really good. But he does have first strike and haste, so all right. And whenever he attacks, put a 1/1 counter on each vampire you control. So that's like kind of a souped up version of let's see, multiple actually. Kind of Drana to an extent because, you know, first strike hit, okay, everybody gets a counter. There's also one from, I believe, Origins that did that, and it was based on if it already hit the person once. And then there's, of course, the legend Phalanx Leader. Target it with a spell, everybody gets a counter. Fun, 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 especially if it's an everybody gets indestructible Strive spell. So, I mean, I guess not everybody gets indestructible, unless you got a lot of mana, but still, Strive. So this is like perfectly fair and appropriate. His cost is good. His effect is decent. It's good enough to play. I like it. I don't think it'll be like an exceptionally amazing $40 card, but it's just good. It's just a good, solid, fair commander. It's a shame they went completely overboard with the cat. Next up, what the hell does this say? It's Inala Archmage Ritualist. Okay. So she, I'll guess, has, well, first of all, some kind of display problem. Somebody clearly took a picture of a screen. Anyway, I believe what she says, because she's a human wizard, which, by the way, I believe wizard is one of the other tribals. I think it's vampire, wizard, cat, dragon, and, I don't know, something. I don't care. I'll build my own decks. I don't need wizards to build a deck for me, thanks. She has Eminence whenever another non-token wizard enters the battlefield under your control. If Inala Archmage Ritualist is in the command zone or on the battlefield, you must pay, or you may pay 1. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that wizard. The token gains haste, exile it at the beginning of the next end step. I love cloners. That is awesome. She also has tap 5 untapped wizards you control. Target player loses 7 life, which is nice because wizards aren't usually like, yeah, I gotta swing with all my wizards this turn. They're usually like 1/4s or like 1/1s that cost 3 or something. Wizards are not the most attack and defensive creatures in the game. So yeah, tapping them, this isn't a sorcery speed. You could do it during your opponent's end step. You could just sit there with a bunch of wizards that say like, oh, when they're attacked, do this, or when they block a creature, do this, or oh, they all have amazing abilities that are tap abilities, so your opponent can't swing at you. And then at the end step, you tap 5 of them and they lose 7 life. That's really nice. I like that a lot. So spot on with a fantastic commander, assuming this is supposed to be the commander. If it's not, hell, I'd use it anyway. Also, I'm glad to see that blue wizards will be supported, because blue wizards are best wizards. Speaking of awesome wizards that are also 3-color and also in the set and also mythic and also legendary, oh yeah, we've got Kess Dissident Mage, flying, because of course wizards can fly, everybody knows that. During each of your turns, you may cast an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. If a card cast this way would be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. So I like that they said each of your turns, because then it can't be a counter spell during your opponent's turn, because that would be a little much. Now, it does say cast, not cast without paying its mana cost, so you still have to pay for it. So this is fair. I mean, it's just kind of, oh, everything in your entire graveyard has flashback. Cool. I think that card draw spells are going to be targeted very heavily with this. Oh, yes. Possibly even like bounce back to hand type stuff, because that's pretty good too. Next up, we're going back to vampires, and this one costs 8, so it better be damn good. Legendary creature, vampire soldier, maybe not the best candidate for a commander at 8, but hey. It does cost 1 less to cast for each 1 life you gain this turn, though, so yeah, you're going to pay 3 for her. First strike lifelink, that's cool, except she can't really feed herself. And you can pay 5 life, which is interesting, and put 3 1/1 counters on Lycia, or Lycia. What did I say the first time? I don't even know. We'll call her Licorice. Activate this ability only on your turn and only once each turn, because honestly that would be insane if you could do it more than once, because there's that one enchantment that says every time you hit the opponent, double your life total. By the way, I would totally throw that in this deck, definitely. So this is interesting. If you made her your commander, you could consistently get her out for 3 over and over and over and over and over, because her effective casting cost goes up by 2 by each time that she died, I believe. I actually don't play that much commander. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just like this. It's flexible, it's utility, it's got a whole bunch of stuff to it, and it's just not a blah, stupid, boring creature. Next up, Marcel the Pretender, a human wizard. Strange, because kind of looks like a vampire there, but when it enters the battlefield, this is weird. I read this one ahead of time. You may exile an artifact or creature card from your hand or graveyard and put a cage counter on it. What even is that? Marcel the Pretender has all activated abilities of all cards you own in exile with cage counters on them. God, I was hoping they would say that. You may activate each of those abilities only once each turn. It's really, really, really specific, and you'd almost have to load up your deck with all kinds of crazy stuff just to make her work. But if it's in hand, you could do the same. So that's kind of cool. I mean, that's neat. And you could use it over and over and over, I mean, once each turn, but still, that's pretty cool. I really do like that. Next up, Mathis, Fiend Seeker. Kind of funky looking artwork there, that's kind of cool. 3 cost, 3/3 with Menace, gotta like that. He's a vampire, of course. At the beginning of your end step, put a bounty counter, I can't talk today. Put a bounty counter on target creature an opponent controls for as long as that creature has a bounty counter on it. It has, when this creature dies, each opponent draws a card and gains 2 life. I was like, why the hell would you want that to happen? But then that would be you, I guess. If you're in multiplayer, this is going to backfire spectacularly, but I don't know. If you really wanted to screw over one person, all right. I do like the whole, like, subtle, oh, he's a bounty hunter thing. Well, actually, he's probably not a bounty hunter. He's the one issuing the bounty. What would that be, a bail bondsman? Maybe like a U.S. Marshal? I'm not sure. Either way, this is just cool. I like it. I like pretty much every card except for that stupid damn cat. Speaking of stupid damn cats, here's another one. Miri, Weatherlight Duelist. Oh yes, Weatherlight. Neat. Legendary creature cat warrior, first strike. Whenever Miri, Weatherlight Duelist attacks, each opponent can't block with more than one creature this combat. Cool. As long as Miri, Weatherlight Duelist is tapped, no more than one creature can attack you each combat. This is an improved version of Archangel of Thune. Of Tithes. Not Thune. What does that card even do? Tithes. I like this, and it only costs 3, and it's not triple colored, so you could legitimately actually reliably get this out on turn 3. I think this is just fantastic. This is going to be such a lightning rod, and losing a 3-cost creature isn't the end of the world, and then it can stop just about anything. So, wow. I mean, if you start stacking up the first strike, there's just nothing they could swing with, and they're not going to flood you because they just cannot attack with more than one. Of course, both of those do not go together because it would have to be tapped to not let more than one creature attack, so there's that. But still, it's darn good. I mean, just when she's attacking, and they can only block with one creature, and that's it, that could be lethal by itself. That is pretty cool. Next up, we've got, I assume, somebody from World of Warcraft. Kind of looks like those panda people, except he's not. He's a lion, because he's a kitty. This is Nazan, I assume. Revered Bladesmith. Oh boy, he's going to make some blades. What's he going to do? Go fetch equipment? Probably. That would be my guess. By the way, I haven't read these ahead of time. When Nazan, Revered Bladesmith, enters the battlefield, search your library for an equipment card and reveal it. Told ya. If you revealed a card named Hammer of Nazan this way... Gee, I wonder if that'll be a card. It'd be funny if it wasn't. Put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put that card into your hand, then shuffle your library. Whenever an equipped creature you control attacks, you may tap target creature defending player controls. That is nuts. So the whole kittens in armor theory deck is looking pretty damn good, especially with that guy that's just Iron Man that can pay 2 and just equip everything to himself. Like, he would legitimately be a superhero at that point. That is like a power suit. So I think this is pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of individual card fetch in Commander at all, but this isn't just go get anything and do an OP combo on turn 3 and win the game with an infinite loop. Woo, aren't you special? Everybody had fun. Yay, go you. No, this is just like, I went and got some equipment. Cool. Next up, we got the maddest, baddest artwork on any card in this entire set, Okagachi Vengeful Kami, also known as Progenitus Jr. This is a dragon spirit legendary creature, and it costs 6 with 1 of each color, of course being included, because look at that thing, of course he uses 5 colors of mana. My god, he looks like some kind of raid boss or something. That's some Final Fantasy crap right there. So he has flying and trample, and he's a 6/6, so pretty appropriate so far. And whenever it deals combat damage to a player, hey, remember it has trample? If that player attacked you during his or her last turn, exile target non-land permanent that player controls. Nice little punishment there. I don't think that this is good enough to be the commander, but if you did actually make it your commander, I don't think that that would be the end of the world. I think that actually would kind of work, but there are better ones out there. There really aren't very many 5-color though, so I don't know. I could see this getting some play because you could run it in a destruction deck. I mean, with 5 colors, you can run it in any damn deck. But if you're running like white, black, exile, destruction, you know, there you go. This would just add fuel to the fire, I guess. Plus, it can deal a bit of damage and trample and commander damage. Plus, are you playing a color that has boost spells? You're playing all the colors that have boost spells. So yeah, you could make this work. I mean, people have been saying, oh, it's a neat card, but I wouldn't make it my commander. Nah, you could probably get away with it. It wouldn't be my first choice, but it looks pretty sweet. Also, it must say it on the back of the card, but I heard that you can summon this by gathering up all 7 Dragon Balls. Now this next one you gotta buy from Sky Mall though, so get out the catalog. Ramos Dragon Engine, aka Robo Dragon. It's probably Ramos, actually. It's a legendary artifact creature dragon, because that's all the room they had on the subtype line. And super type, and whatever else type. So it's a flying 4/4 for 6. It is colorless, so hey, colorless commander, why not? Although I'm not sure because it does reference colors in the name, but it's not like part of an ability. I didn't read the exact rules on that, and I don't care. Whenever you cast a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Ramos Dragon Engine for each of that spell's colors. Hey, super converge, fun. Remove 5 1/1 counters from Ramos and add 10 mana into each color combination, that wasn't correct phrasing, to your mana pool. Activate this ability only once each turn. Thank God, because that would be a little nuts. So he is going to become a big problem within a short amount of time. So would I make him my commander? Absolutely. Hey, for all I know, he is the commander in this deck. I have no idea who the dragon one is. Maybe it is that crap one I just said. Next up, Taigam, Ojutai Master. Taigam's back. Yay! So he's a legendary creature human monk with some totally mad artwork. I love it. Instant sorcery and dragon spells you control can't be countered by spells or abilities. Tasty. Nothing better than running control colors, sort of, and then shutting down other people's control. That is just hilarious. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand, but not dragon apparently, if Taigam Ojutai Master attacked this turn, that spell gains rebound. Oh boy. That means you exile it and cast it at the next upkeep, so that's pretty sweet. And you don't have to pay for it during the next upkeep, so 2-for-1 special. Very, very, very good. I mean, this guy kind of looks like he belongs in like a fighting game or something. Like, he looks like he's straight out of Street Fighter. But I'd play him in Magic, why the hell not? That's a damn good ability. But then we've got Taigam Sidsi's Hand. I thought Taigam was a vampire, actually, wasn't he? I don't even remember. Well, he's a human wizard now because, oh god, skip your draw step. Here we go. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Neat. It's super draw. Who needs your draw step? Screw it. And if you pay 1 black and tap him, exile X cards from your graveyard, target creature gets -X until end of turn. Ooh, graveyard nuking. Automatic graveyard nuking. I love it. You could kill a commander this way. I guarantee you could only do this a handful of times, and I think the wizard deck kind of cares what's in the graveyard, but hey, emergency, right? If you're about to lose the game, just -10 something. Blow it straight to hell. I think I would make this my commander, actually. He does cost 5, so that's a bit of a stretch, but that ability is pretty baller. Next up, okay, I almost guarantee this is actually the commander. The 9 cost, the Dragon. Oh boy. That reminds me, there was something called an Basilisk in Exile 3, and that game came out in like 1993. I wonder if like means something. I don't speak Latin. I also don't speak Dragon. So he has Eminence, by the way, he's a 10/10, so 10/10 for 9. Nothing but value there. As long as the Dragon is in the command zone or on the battlefield. Oh goody. Other dragon spells you cast cost 1 less. Ooh, Ooh, who cares? He has flying because duh. And whenever one or more dragons you control attack, draw that many cards. Hello, that's better than military intel and Thassa's Bident. I mean, Bident of Thassa, whatever. Then you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. What the hell? Whoever at Wizards has the unhealthy obsession with casting stuff for free, you need to calm down with that. Now, that said, this costs 9. You might be able to play some kind of cost reducer, or you are just never going to get this out, but you could just play a free casting deck and just cheat it out. And then this would be part of the free casting deck because it casts stuff for free. So, I don't know. Could you do it with somebody in the command zone, though? That's the question. It would have to be like a universal spell cheapener or whatever. Otherwise, most stuff comes out of the graveyard or the hand onto the battlefield for free. So, I don't know. I don't know what about the usefulness of this guy. It's just hard to say. I just don't think he's that great. Well, next up we've got a cat dragon. Very interesting. Wasitora Nekoro Queen, also known as Super Flying Bat Kitty. It's a 5/4 that costs 4, flying and trample. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player sacrifices a creature. Damn. If the player can't, you create a 3/3 black, red, and green cat dragon creature token with flying. At least it doesn't gain that ability. That's actually pretty funny, I gotta say. That is like, oh, I'm already winning, let's step on the gas even harder. I mean, flying trample 5/4 and a cost 4, this card is just damn good, but it's still within the realm of fairness in my opinion. It's good, but it's not completely out of control. Would I make this my commander? Really? Are you asking that question? Why are you asking that question? Yes, I would make Super Bat Cat my awesome super duper commander. Although all the best cats are in white, so that would kind of suck. And that's it for legendaries, except for one legendary piece of equipment that for some reason I put on this list. Not sure why I did that. I don't think you can make equipment your commander. I would have to check though. I feel like there's no way that that could be a thing, but I've also never bothered to look it up and it's never come up. So what do you guys think? Is that stupid cat, Arabo, or whatever the hell his name is he overpowered as all balls? Are you pissed off that he's even a thing? Should they have made it the version of Eminence that requires a cat to be cast? Because that would have been a little bit more fair. And what do you think of the rest of these? Are you excited? Are you going to buy one? Try and pick one up as a single? And which one's your favorite commander? Let me know down in the comment section. And most importantly, you should definitely dump your current credit card and get a Discover card. Or if you don't have a credit card, what the hell? You need to get going on your credit history because you know what? Like, I don't know, 20 to 30% or whatever of your credit history is at least one of the places. It is the duration that you've had a credit account open. So if you're like, hi, I'm 20 and I just made $50,000 on some Bitcoins I didn't know I had. Haha, I wish that was me. It's not and it never will be. I need to buy a house. Oh, but nobody will finance me the rest because my credit score is 600 because I don't have a credit history at all. Yeah, you want to get on that. Get on that as soon as humanly possible. I got burned by that and I couldn't get credit for like 2 years. Absolutely nothing negative on my credit history, but also absolutely nothing on my credit history. So if you don't have a credit card, this is the one to get. Visa is boring and stupid, and honestly, they don't have very good customer support. It's not bad, but it's not great. Never had a problem with my Discover card, so check them out. There's all kinds of perks. And even if you just want to say, hey, I'm going to throw it in my car in the glove box, or hide it under the seat, or do something really clever, put it like behind the vents. That's actually not that hard to do. And, oops, you forgot your wallet at the gas station. Oh, but you have secret money hiding in your car just in case of emergencies. There you go. All you have to do is use it once and you get $50 for free, by the way, so check out the link down in the description. I make a ton of money off it, so sign up for that reason alone. And I will see you guys next video.